Welcome back to Next Step, the video magazine by Osgo, all about the world of podiatry. Coming up in this edition, we're chatting with podiatrist Dan Broadhead about his background and working life. We'll introduce you to Osgo's e-learning Masterclass series, and Stephen Schofield will discuss what PG Mutual can offer you with their income protection policy.
My name's Dan Broadhead. I'm a podiatrist based in the Scottish Borders. I'm originally from Yorkshire. I moved up to the Borders when I met my wife, who's also a podiatrist. My background is sports science, I guess. I was in the British team for athletics and then went to Loughborough and did study sports science. From that I progressed into podiatry, and now I work, I suppose, in the whole aspect of podiatry, but I specialise in MSK, biomechanics and sports injuries. I can't remember now, maybe 12, 13 years ago I think I qualified now. And then I've moved up to the Borders in Scotland probably 9 years ago and been working up here ever since. So our clinic is Borders Podiatry and Performance Clinic based in Galashiels in the beautiful Scottish Borders. My job role is MSK sports podiatrist, so I primarily deal with sports injuries, runners, lots of rugby players, looking at, I suppose, mobilisation manipulation, injection therapies such as steroids, hyaluronic acid, high volume local anaesthetic, so anything really that's MSK, sports injuries, runners. And I often see the patients that I suppose have been around the houses a little bit, they've seen everyone from every profession and still not got resolution, so I'm kind of like hopefully that last port of call to get things fixed. So I suppose what drew me to podiatry, it certainly wasn't the love of feet. I suppose I originally wanted to be a physio, and I applied for physiotherapy at university after I'd done my sports science degree, and I got offered a couple of places at different universities. But then the university I went to, the course was already full, so I didn't get a place on that, so they offered me podiatry. I then looked into it and discovered that really with podiatry the scope of practice is huge. Obviously we only cover from hip down or lower limb, but use of local anaesthetic, POMS license, prescriptions and so on, it just really motivated me because I could see the value in the profession. I studied at the best university, Huddersfield, best place for podiatry. I guess I'm motivated by helping people, but mainly helping the people that have not found a solution to what's wrong, so fixing them when everything else has failed. My biggest achievement, I suppose I've got two. First one is getting into the British team for athletics. I trained for years as a pole vaulter and finally made it as a junior international, which was great. And then it's got to be my children. After that, we've got 4 beautiful young children that keep us busy. So yeah, biggest achievement definitely. Plan. With 4 kids, clinic business, home visit business, it's chaos. So thankfully we just plan well ahead, and I leave most of it to my wife and she organises all of it, thankfully. I think the best advice is probably being told that you don't know everything. It's quite easy sometimes to think that you know the answers and everything's good and it's fine, when really assume you don't know anything and always look for better or bigger answers. I think I'd probably want to learn how to do, I suppose, massage or sports therapy based work, just so that we can look at extending the scope further up from the hip. For me, the future looks exciting, looks bright. Lots of time with the family, changing the way I work, growing, developing CPD, looking at other avenues of how I can help my patients, So yeah, the future's bright.
The ongoing process of CPD ensures you continue to be competent within the profession. It also gives you the opportunity to be one step ahead of your colleagues and helps to further your career. This month, we're focusing on the in-depth masterclass collaborations with clinicians such as Nick Knight and Trevor Pryor. Using their knowledge, the course leaders will take you on an educational journey to provide you with a deep understanding of their specialist subject for you to use within your practice. The courses cover an area in detail, breaking the topic down into a modular structure and providing short, bite-sized chunks of video content, and then supporting the material with written explanations and diagrams to further your learning. Interactive exercises are also included to give you the chance to put your knowledge to the test and put the subject matter into practice. With the digital format, there is no need to complete the masterclasses in one sitting. You can dip in and out to fit around your schedule, or even come back later if you require a refresher. More courses in the Masterclass series are coming, so if there's a topic you'd like to see covered, please do get in touch. If you're unable to work because of injury or illness, income protection insurance pays you a regular income until you return to work or retirement. We chatted with Stephen Schofield, the Business Development Manager at PG Mutual, to explain how their income protection policy may suit your needs.
As the name suggests, we're a mutual organisation and we were formed back in 1928, originally within the pharmacy sector. What do? Very simple. We provide something called income protection for our members. What that means is if they have an accident or an illness and can't therefore earn a living, they put a claim in and we pay them a monthly benefit until they either get better or, if necessary, all the way through to that member's 65th year. And every single person that has a policy with PG Mutual, in effect, part owns us. We're owned by our members, our policyholders. We even go so far as the profit that we make on an annual basis is split up and given back to our members in the form of a profit share account. We do it in the correct order at PG Mutual. We will ask you about your health today so we can give you the surety if there's something we can't cover that you are aware of it, fully aware of it before you make the decision to join. What makes PG Mutual unique? I think one of the most important answers to that question is our ownership. We're owned by our policyholders, our members, and our members are at the heart of everything we do. From the important aspects such as paying claims, and I've mentioned 96% of our claims have been paid over 3 years, to answering the telephones, but also the structure of the business and the way the business operates. PG Mutual, we budget accordingly because every penny that we spend is our members' money. At the end of the day, we have to make sure we're responsible to our members in every way. PG Mutual's biggest achievement really has to be only one answer to that, and that's our claim statistics. As I've mentioned, we're owned by our members. We're here to make sure that if they have an accident, if they have an illness and can't work, can't earn a living, that we pay them a claim until they either get better or until they reach age 65. And as I've mentioned several times, over the last 3 years, we've paid in excess of 96% of our members' claims. That's what we're here for. Beyond that, we're also very proud of the fact that we've grown the business so much in the last 10 years. I joined 10 years ago, and we've organically managed to grow our membership significantly in that time through partnerships with organisations such as Osgo. Challenges. I think I would put these into 3 sections. The first section is about mutuality itself. In modern Britain, there is a feeling within the mutual sector that people have lost touch with what mutuals are and what we do. We're member organisations, we're strength in numbers, we're very much member-centric, we look after each other. I think in modern Britain that's got very much lost in background noise, and we're working very hard as a sector to try and reinvent mutuality for the modern world. So we're working very hard within PG Mutual and within the Association of Financial Mutuals, really to try and tap into a little bit more of modern language around what mutuality means. Beyond that, I think one of the other major challenges working with PG Mutual is to basically stand up against the big corporates. We're not a huge organisation, but we've still got to make sure that we're out there, that our message gets across, that we're a safe place to come if you're looking for income protection, that we will treat you as an individual, you're inclusive, you're part of our organisation because you're an owner of the business. So obviously we don't have millions of pounds that we can spend on marketing, We can't suddenly decide we're going to sponsor the Premier League, for example. So as with any small business, it's important that you recognise where your strengths are, you promote those strengths and you promote them in the right ways.